There is no such thing as a Christian nation. We are multicultural. And if on the right we forget that, we are buried. Let me just explain something to you idiot Christian nationalists. It's not mentioned in the Bible. In Acts chapter 1, Jesus leaves. Luke records the last words of Jesus. Read them. Now I'm paraphrasing here. His remaining apostles said, when are you going to restore the nation of Israel? He said, that's not for you to know, but my Father in heaven. That's what he said. He then basically told them to go to the ends of the earth, which is figurative speech, and tell them about him. That's the gospel. Nothing about nationalism. Nothing about forming nations. Yeah? So the way to achieve a Christian nation is on an individual basis to make Christians. Now you'll turn around, you'll go, oh, the Anglican Church. Well, the Anglican Church was a political compromise. If you know anything about the history of the time, you'll realize how I made an Anglican laugh when I said it was a good idea at the time. There are many Anglicans now wanting to pull away from being an established church. So, back to my point, we're multicultural. It's good to see that finally Tommy Robinson has actually realised that there's a need for British people to support our British Iranian community, because you never hear from them. They're too busy working and adding to GDP of the country. But they are not able to go back to their beloved country of Iran because it's run by a load of religious maniacs. Do you get the point? There's no point complaining about a load of religious maniacs like the IRGC and you start behaving like religious maniacs yourself. I mean, it sounds like you've been to a Millwall match, got yourself high on drugs. When people look at you, they think you are bloody weird. Yeah? When are you going to realise it's not in the Bible and you look like a load of religious maniacs when you do that? You never have Jews knocking on the door saying, could you please become a Jew? You don't have that. Jews believe in freedom of religion, yeah? So do Hindus, so do Sikhs, and so do Iranian Zoroastrian. I mean, you never hear of a Zoroastrian blowing anything up, do you? So, instead of basically feeding red meat to the lefties, just accept it. We're multicultural. We're a multicultural nation. Start embracing it. We need to get power back. And one way to get power back is to reason with these normies, as Sir Paul Watson, is it Paul Watson or I can't remember his name, Paul Watson says. You need to reach out to the normies and say, hey, this is my Iranian friend, this is my Jewish friend, this is my Hindu friend, this is my moderate Muslim friend. If you can find one. But, you know, seriously, embrace multiculturalism. It's quite simple. Some cultures can live together. Somalians, though, which is under the guise of Trump. Somalia, unfortunately, lovely people, but they just don't have much government. In fact, it's basically a failed state where there are literally, you know, radical imams around every corner. Why do you think we've got Ilhan Omar? I mean, she's a complete nut job. She married her brother and stuff like that, and then they breed like rabbits. Now, the thing is, if you've had someone from another country who's married their cousin, tatty bye, very, very simple. So we're multicultural. Tommy is basically, I think he's just basically a bit of a likeable idiot. Yeah? He doesn't get how to strategize. He said quite rightly, I mean, I support the fact he had a little carol service. Well, you know, I mean, come on. You've got a carol service led by a money launderer. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about the fact that he's involved in international crime, money laundering, and stuff like that. But the fact that he plays guitar like Dave Lister from Red Dwarf, just one touch of the key. He can't sing. And basically, he's preaching a false gospel. Apart from that, he's quite a nice bloke. I mean, apart from the gold smuggling, apart from the fact he can't sing or play guitar, that was just basically me joking around. And the thing is, what the Tommy movement needs to do is to say, look, we're multicultural. Fine. Now, I'm the first to say he should have people preaching the gospel on his stage, but not Christian nationalism and Israel high. You see, the thing is, I actually have covered that a little bit because I'll get into trouble for a display of an Israeli flag around here. But this is like lit up like a flipping neon sign. So they've both got equal status when they've both got equal status, but this is literally, you can literally see it from everywhere. It's brilliant. But the thing is, how much trouble do you ever hear from British Indians? Yeah, you don't. And the thing is, the British Hindu community are completely under the cosh at the moment. Their daughters are being raped. They're not safe. You've had confrontations in Leicester. Please, guys, realise we're multicultural. We need to work with the communities who want to stand up to the radical Islam. It's not difficult. None of this is difficult. And the trouble is, I mean, who's on my radar at the moment? Young Bob, go back to school. Actually go back to school. I'm actually soon starting a series of economics videos because I've actually got to do some work. I mean, you know, I've been working my way up to it, but I've got I'm working about 3 hours a week at the moment. I should have been making more videos, but, you know, we all, the devil finds work for idle hands do, which is not in the Bible either. Young Bob, go back to school and learn about politics because you don't know nothing. Who's the second one? Richard Inman. Oh, Richard Inman. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is the guy who says he's for free speech, but if he finds out I'm on my channel, I get deleted. Do you know what I mean? Come on. Come on. You are basically banging on at the lefties for being, you know, censoring for all their lefty behaviour. What do you go and do? Behave like a lefty. It's simple as that. You need to think the aims of most people in Britain are the same. I would say that 95% of people do not want things blowing up in the name of religion. Maybe about 94, actually. And if you know anything about demographics, that demographic is going to literally explode in a metaphorical and definitely an actual sense. Look at the crap that was going on at New Year. We have a problem. We need to embrace multiculturalism. It's not that bloody difficult. You know, if you don't have the numbers anymore as white British, you need to start reaching out. Now, it's all very well Tommy Robinson having a go at Steve Laws. Oh, he's an ethno-nationalist. When you're running around with Crusader flags and St. George's flags, you look like an ethno-nationalist, you sound like an ethno-nationalist, and the majority of Guardian readers, and trust me, Guardian readers are nice people. I actually know a Guardian reader. Now, if he knew I'd been on 5 Unite the Kingdom marches, of course covering for my YouTube channel, Honest, yeah, then he would be sort of going, you know, maybe James is a bit of a fascist. You know what I mean? I already think, you know, you've got to be careful. I mean, especially when I printed off multiple copies of Elon Musk, that raised suspicion. Elon Musk, by the way, needs to rethink his relationship with someone like Tommy Robinson. He really does. He really does, because Tommy Robinson is just a likeable idiot. Except he's not an idiot. Israel should never have invited Tommy Robinson. Never, ever, Trevor. So, embrace the idea. Britain is multicultural. Get over it.